Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Galaxy. Last time we had one of the most challenging boss fights in the game that for some reason was not particularly challenging. Well, it was, but it was nowhere near the challenge that I faced, presumably when I was a kid and for some reason have no memory of. I'm guessing I blocked it out, and in my test run where I probably died a good half dozen times. Then we watched one of the longest cutscenes in the game, and well, to sum it up, Gale decided he was going to turncoat on the guys that turncoated on him, take out the entire Mafia. Then the Mafia's kid took him out. Then Kisala started going transparent like a ghost. We decided we were going to go to Rosa. And the CEO of Datron sold 300 warships to a really old guy who seems to be in charge of the war for some reason. This is a weird game. Anyway, this time, before we get to do anything, we are going to recap all of that I just recapped by talking to Steve here. I really do like these little scenes we have. Steve doesn't really get to play a large part in them, but they're still great nonetheless.
How are your adventures coming along, Mark?
Something terrible's happened. It's Datron. They took the Great Tablet.
Oh yeah, that happened too.
I see now. So that would explain why things have been so frantic around here. It all makes
Thanks,
sense.
computer. I really appreciate you.
But it's okay. Jaster and his team won't give up. They're going across the desert to take it back. I've never seen anything like this. I love traveling with these guys. I'm having a blast.
Don't do anything silly now. Let me make an upgrade to Steve's self-defense system, just in case.
No, don't!
Mark.
Everyone's doing their best. The others would be in trouble if Steve ever ran away.
You're right. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have assumed. But take care of yourself, Mark.
He's very protective of his kid.
Huh? Oh, it's you.
Oh
I
no.
didn't see you come in. I was kind of distracted.
Here's the data you asked me to get for you, Dr. Picacho. I was able to pull it off the mainframe directly.
Thank you very much.
Sure. So, how's Mark been doing lately?
He's just fine. I feel terrible for making you spy for me like this, especially since you and Mark were childhood friends.
No, it's all right, Doctor. It doesn't matter. I'm happy as long as Mark's doing okay. Well, see ya. Oh, by the way, some Datron investigators came by the other day trying to dig up information. Be careful, okay?
I will. Thank you.
She can speak without the Valley Girl accent. Now why didn't she do that the rest of the game? I know she's trying to be annoying, but still. I'd really rather she didn't. They actually gave her some amount of characterization, which, for a character that I otherwise completely abhor, I guess is a good step. And they've drawn it into a relation back to Steve and a relation back to Mark. So it's actually a decent kind of way of going about things. I do appreciate this. I also like how that entire cutscene recapped all of the things that I didn't recap. And that was entirely by chance because I've not watched that scene since I did the test run. Anyway, with that being said, we have started Chapter 7. In between episodes, I went back and I captured all of the sand tortoises, the cactus on Rosa, and I think I already mentioned that I grabbed the 2 shadow woods there. So just pick up those just to get them out of the way. It doesn't get me very far, but if you recall, I believe whoever was in 40th position in the previous chapter, they had about 79,000 points. Yeah, I think I mentioned this before, but each chapter start, every hunter will get a certain number of points allocated to their rank. And that's all they're going to get for that entire chapter. So it gives you the entire chapter, you fall behind, and then you need to work hard to get yourself back up through it. I'd say that we're not making a lot of progress at this point, but I think we finish off this by like chapter 9, maybe chapter 10. It might even be chapter 8 for all I remember. Anyway, with that being said, teleport. We are on Rosa. I don't really want to be on Rosa at the moment, but since we're here, let's go shopping. See, as you can see, we've been given a location that we're supposed to go. I don't really need to go to this item shop, I don't think. Actually, I do. Go figure. All right, let's go make the long way around.
Don't fall behind, okay?
All right, let's make some purchases. Did he just say he was going to give me a discount? Does he actually give me a discount? I don't remember. I think that's the normal price on things? Because yeah, this was normally, I think, 200, right? And 160 would be 20% off, which I already got from my gold license. Anyway, it doesn't actually give you a discount. What a dick. All right, what am I looking for here? I am looking for Blaze Saucer Box. Jupus has some weird equipment. I need 3 of these. Oh my god, I need 3 of these? I need Yes, I need 3 of these. Why do I need 3 of these? I don't know, but he needs something he can equip at this point since I basically just have his starting equipment. All right, what else? Divine Serpent, we want to pick up 1 of these. And that's about it. Or no, there's 1 more. Let's head over to the residential district here. Okay, I was about to go shopping. I just warped here, but we're gonna be forced to watch a cutscene before we do that.
If we go through the desert from here, we'll reach the ruins. But this area can be dangerous. It's rife with beasts.
Like everywhere else, including town.
That scares me a little. But as long as you're here, I don't mind.
I've never been a big fan of deserts myself.
You do have a new outfit, though.
This is the only way we can approach without the enemy spotting us. Oh, but I sure do hate this heat. Oh.
Hey, Jaster, you sure this is all right? I mean, I really don't want to drop dead out there.
We'll be fine. Come on.
Now, I can understand Jaster being attuned to the heat here, but I would assume that most of the rest of them are not. So while he may be able to make this journey, I am... You slide. Why do you slide? Very distracting. Guess they're referring to those ones we saw the that cutscene about last time. Let's see. Is this the weapon shop? Or is this the item shop?
We're dealing with Datron here. We'd best prepare for when we're discovered.
That's a good point. All right. The alloy is still sold out. It doesn't recharge itself every chapter, but it will recharge itself to an extent at various points throughout the game. I just don't know when exactly they are because the game doesn't make that clear.
But this is no time to relax.
All right, let's grab the other item that I wanted and then let's get the hell out of here for now. All right, I am looking for... Where to go? The Planet Spear. We would like 1 of these. And that's pretty much it. Any of the other stuff that I have in my notes at this point, I've already picked up on our trip back to do our little shopping trip there. So I am going to meet you on Zerard. Okay, we've made it to Zerard. I already made a pit stop in the Insectron shop, and I purchased diamonds, electric eels, Where's the other one? The single dark onyx and the single firestone that were available. And I topped up a few things. I'm pretty much getting close to, well, not really necessarily needing a lot of these items, but I picked up some Yago milks, just a couple extras of like that and some hard candy, just so it's like, okay, now I have enough, as much as I'll ever gonna need. I have the extra money at this point, so I'm gonna do that. This is the item shop on the east side, which is right around that same location. I'm gonna grab some of the tri-charges now that I have some excess money to throw around. You don't need that many of them. I'm just grabbing a few extra because I'm going to want them for an upcoming boss fight. Resurrections, we're good on those for the moment. And let's see, you've got carbon alloy. I'm basically at the point where I don't need to buy these anymore. The carbon alloy, let's see here. Yeah, I only need 33 of these, so I'm already good to go. I'm pretty sure I've already used one, so I'm not going to buy them. The Zeranium, we are going to need more of though, so pick up those while you're here. If you feel you need these, you can pick them up, but they're unlimited, so we can buy them whenever. Again, anything that's unlimited, I'm not too worried about. I'm pretty sure we're good on most of these other ones. The pressure pumps, we only need 3. The energy charger, we needed 3. So yeah, we should be pretty much good to go. These will be unlimited before too long. We can already buy 20 of them if we so desire them. So yeah, a couple of small purchases that aren't necessary or required or anything like that, but I figure I'll point them out while I'm doing the required shopping, which is the equipment. And here in the weapon shop on the east side, we want to pick up, eventually, the Holy Javelin. I only need one of these. Yes. So pick up one of those. And over here on the west side in the item shop, just gonna grab some more Azerium and some Zeranium, because again, we are going to need these coming up not too far away, but not until the next chapter. Pick up those, and we have one more required weapon to pick up here. And that will be in this shop over here. So let's grab this.
I need some exercise anyway.
And over here, we want to pick up... Where are we here? The Fun pouch. Level is too low. I can't even use this thing yet. But we're getting prepped for all the stuff that we're going to need going forward. There are a lot more items here if you're so inclined, but it's not necessary. If you follow along with what I'm showing off here in terms of the weapons you're using, you'll end up with the ultimate weapons at the end of the game, and you'll have enough clearance on Mio's completion percentage that you won't need to worry about that either. We'll clear that long before the end of the game. All right, next we're going to go and talk to the shop here in Dr. Picacchio's lab. Oddly enough, a lot of these items here that I purchased the first time we were here, they, I believe, are out of stock for the rest of the game. I don't know why this is the case, but a lot of these items are going to stay unavailable. I don't know why. We don't need any more carbon, but here is the Revela alloy. We definitely need to pick up those. Zeranium. How many did I need again? I think it was 20... How much was it? 20 something? 23 and 16 of the other ones. So I only need to pick up 3 of those. And what are we at here? And we need to pick up 5 of those. And we're done on those guys. This guy, we are going to need all of those for the flow. How many of those total do I need? It's missing from... Oh, no, it's not missing from my list. It's just in a different spot. All right, we're going to need 9 of those total. So 5 of them is a good start. And I think that's about it for the rest of that. Anything else that we need there that we can get is unlimited. How are you doing? Innocent? I thought we were at war against them. Well, they don't really go into a lot of detail about the nature of the war or anything about it, really. So sadly, there isn't enough detail to really know what the idea is in terms of how the war started, what's going on with it, who all is involved, you know, what this side has done, what that side has done. Okay, we're back once again, and I've made it to the other shop, and it actually happened. Because I knew ahead of time that I was going to need all the Revel alloy, I'm actually able to fill out all that I need ahead of time. I need 55 total of them, and we are now done. You do not need to buy them anymore. You basically have to buy them as much as possible all along in order to have enough, because the total that is available, like if there's 10 here now and I wait till the next chapter, there's not going to be 20. Sometimes it restocks. Sometimes there was one situation in my test run where it looked like it was additive, but that was only right at the end, the last chapter. Oh yeah, by the way, you can change party members at will now. I have made the swap to bring in Jupus because we haven't used him yet. And the character that has been sitting on the sideline for the longest is Zegram. So he has weapons to work on, even though he's a dirty trader. I have weapons to work on with pretty much every other character here except for Kisala. So she's all leveled up, so she won't see any action for a little while. But let's grab the flow real quick. We learned aromatic... oh crap, I don't get level 2 for a long time. Okay, well, that's that. We at least learned aromatic burst there. AP efficiency. This uses the Izerium alloy. Izerium, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but we're going to use that for some AP efficiency for you. And that's all for you. Let's go over to Zegram here. We have parry level 2 if you want it. There's some fire resistance. We might as well pick up that. Drunken Burst level 2. This one's important. Let's grab this one now. And with that one done, we have Daze Defense. That's worth picking up. Let's do that. Sure, we'll give him Burning Strike level 2. As long as you give it to Jaster, I don't think it really matters who gets the other ones. It's all pretty much the same. You're unlikely to use a lot of them with any other characters, unless you happen to use other characters, which you're you're welcome to do. Death Break. Trying to remember if that's an attack or what that was. I am not going to waste an alluring lamp on it right now, so we're not finding out. Parry level 2. I'll do this just so that we can unlock a few more things. I'm not really going to use parry at all, but it is there. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to use Zegram to boost defense when he could just as easily boost his physical attack. The Dorgan's Goa coin is usable here and only here. You don't need to save it for another spot. It's the only place it'll ever be usable, and it gives us a new ability. Shooting Star. And sadly, we cannot learn anything else. I guess I'm learning Breakthrow level 2 because I can. It's easy enough to get to. And it unlocks some more abilities for him. Anything useful? Confusion Defense. I'll take that. Could use some more Absolute Zero Stones, though. And what else did we get? Defense up. Sure, why not? All right, we're not wasting that. AP efficiency. I still need a whole bunch more lamps. Luckily, they're available as a drop from the enemies in the next area we go to. I think we'll leave it kind of as it is for the moment. We're not looking at that. Shooting Star transforms the standard charge attack into a powerful high-speed body blow. It is Wind Holy Elemental with Sleep. I'll show it off. I used it for basically trying to figure out if it had any use in my test run, and I didn't find any. It's unique enough that I would assume that someone's found a use for it. But good luck. If anyone knows any good uses for it, let me know. But other than that, I don't have anything in mind. Everything else we learned is things that are either obvious or level 2s of things that we have already gotten. And after most of the shopping that we have planned, or probably all for today, to be honest, we have...
I'm calling it a day here myself.
Quiet you. We have warped to assembly line number 1. This is the opening to the area. So it's basically the first warp point as soon as you get in. And we're going to head in here. Our destination is up there. There's another person here that we can learn blueprints from. I'll go over it in its own video, just so that you have the resource all in one spot. It'll make everyone's lives a little bit easier. I don't really need to fight you guys. So you can go away now.
Let's just leave it at that for now.
Get me some max heals. Want to make sure I show you how to get here.
I've got a good feeling. Let's hurry.
You have a good feeling, huh? So this is the way we went over kind of behind us there. That's where we went to continue on with the area when we first got here.
Hey, don't go off by yourself.
Now, we want to go over here.
Really not the running type.
This area was previously locked. The robots that Jupus was manipulating are back to normal. Nothing to fear from them. This door unlocks itself at the start of Chapter 3. Before coming here, 100% save. It's not a requirement, but it's basically a requirement.
Don't go running off just anywhere.
So now that we have 2 new characters to work with, let's find ourselves a battle. Sadly, it won't be a particularly challenging battle, and see what they can do.
Like moths to a flame.
They can sit there and yell. Here's Crash Ball. I'll show kind of what it does. It moves around the screen a little bit. Let's show off Shooting Star here. Basically, when you hold up for a charge, instead of doing your normal swing around in a circle, you will do a direct line charge at the enemy, but it doesn't break their guard anymore. So it's basically useless. I didn't even know that it didn't do that. I just assumed that it would. So Flash Sword it is.
I'm not really into losing, you know.
I will take those. Nice rare drops there. I'm not going to show the entirety of this area on screen, since it's more loops in the same vein as everything else in this area. Got some more Type J's here.
Try me.
I don't need to fight those. We've already seen those. We'll just wipe them out.
Don't fall behind, okay?
All right, basically I am taking the upper path here. And once I get to this T-junction here, I will show you what... Really? Tarantulas? This stage? I will show you basically what the map will look like in a moment. Basically, it's a mirror of what we just did on this top section here. So that section there, it basically mirrors down below. I'll fill it out off screen. This is the point where when you're on an emulator, you decide to make your save state. If you are on console, then you have to go back and save, sadly, out here and then run in here, which makes this a lot more tedious to do. I am going to use that. And I guess I'll resave over it, since then I don't have to do that again. hello, we have assault walkers. These guys have barriers. So, barrier break it is. There's one.
Let's get this over with.
There's two. And we fall down real fast.
Sorry about that.
The way that these guys work is you can either, I guess I'll show this off. Get it? He likes coffee. And there's some drunken burst. And there's some illusion sword. Now you can either do this and see the massive amount of damage you get by doing this, or, as I'm about to show you, because I did not get what I wanted,
Hey, how long we gonna stand around here?
or you can approach it in a different manner.
All right, let's get this over with.
So we're gonna swap that back in again. We hit one, we hit the other one. And then these guys are weak to lightning. If I haven't shown off lightning, here's lightning. I think I've shown it off. But yeah, once you have them down, if you want to basically survive them pretty easily. Yeah, I've already got them down by a third. It's slower to do it this way, but it's definitely a doable strategy for those of us who don't have all of the abilities learned that I do, don't have the damage output that I have. It's entirely up to you how you want to go about it. And I didn't get the drop I wanted again. Now, my understanding is that this is a 50% drop rate. Oh no, it's a 10% drop rate. My bad. So I'm going to be trying this a few more times. The item that we can get here is called a chameleon particulate, and I will talk about that once we get it. And on the very next attempt, there it is. Perfect. Now, the chameleon particulate is available after I would want to make use of it. The only way to get it early enough to make use of it the way I intend and how I plan on showing it is by getting it now. There are 3 staged encounters, fixed encounter points with these assault walker enemies. They're weak to lightning. They have that barrier. Make sure you take the barrier down. And I've shown you 2 ways of taking them down. They have a 10% drop. You only need 2 of them. I'll probably get 3 because I have save states and it's easy enough to do. I don't think you actually have a use for the 3rd one, but OCD and preparedness, yada yada. You gotta kind of realize who I am at this point. But yeah, I am going to fight the other ones. I'm just going to go, okay, I saved. I walked back to the save point and I saved. You guys all saw it, right? I walked back to the save point and I saved. I definitely didn't, I definitely didn't cheat. I would never cheat. Not once. Just like Jupus in that sense. I never do anything wrong. It's never my fault. I'm running from these guys. I guess I should probably throw up. Buttons are hard to press. Did you know that? Buttons are hard to press. Did not need to heal Jupus. He was already close enough to full. I'm running away from that fight. Okay, the first encounter point was right about there on this corner. The second encounter point is basically right outside the map there, right about where I'm about to go here. So again, I am going to heal. And I am going to save, and then we will move on.
We're gonna have trouble getting through here. Here we go.
All right, so there's one. Where'd the other one go? There's the other one. And in my world, the fastest way is to do it this way. We build up our damage, and then Jaster just does so much damage. Plus the fact that he hits twice makes it really easy. Especially when you got to do it twice. It actually was 2 attempts. Look at that. happen on the very next one. I will absolutely take that, save myself some effort. And again,
Come on. How are we supposed to deal with this?
I'm just going to take the easy route through and take the top path. I'll walk back on the bottom path, and I guess I'll probably show you the map on our way out as well.
I feel like I've run enough for a whole lifetime.
Yeah, Jupus complains a lot. Not a big fan of his dialogue that we get through active chat, so I'll probably be turning that off sooner rather than later.
Come on, try me.
Leave me alone. I don't need to fight tarantulas anymore. I really, really don't. All right, the next one is basically right below us. So again, we make that save state.
Popping up like crazy.
Now, one thing you'll notice
All right.
is there was nothing. Move out of the way. There we go. There was no item or treasure chest or anything like that sitting around. Take note of this. And now look, those treasure chests appear after you've defeated 3 of them. Okay, that one took 3 tries to get. But yeah, these treasure chests only spawn once you've taken down all 3 of them.
It's too much.
It's not too much, we're fine. And this contains the Zenon D, the Brave Spirit, and the Zeranium Armor. So we found 3 valuable items. And let's switch off that. The Zenon D is a far more powerful gun that we can just barely equip. Yeah, definitely more powerful than that by quite a bit. So we'll throw that on there. Has days on it, which is nice. And how are you? You're not done working on that yet. Let's go over to Steve here. And we can upgrade his basic titanium armor to Zeranium armor. That gives him, I think it's wind elemental defense as well. You'll notice that he has quite a few defensive buffs on him already. He's got ice, lightning, wind, and poison resistance already, which is nice. Gives him a lot of kind of defensive capability. All right, so yeah, I'm just going to walk back through all that off screen, and I will see you in a moment. Okay, here's the map in case you're interested in seeing it completed. We just basically created, did the entire lower path there. It's nothing too special. I'm going to take that information and we are going to head on off planet. Let's head back to Vidan. Correction, I was wrong. I misremembered. We actually need all 3 of those. I'm glad I picked them all up.
Well now, this isn't half bad.
All 3 chameleon particulates, we need all of them. There are 2 in chests available later, and I think those are the only ones. You might be able to find them in like a rare drop somewhere, but those are the only ones, like 2 in chests later, and I need all 3 of them now. So yeah, make sure you pick those up. Those will be important for later. Organize my inventory a little bit. The axe that we picked up for Digo, why is that there? Is, well, level 41. It's a little overpowered considering what he has now, 242 versus, yeah, 187. So yeah, it's a big upgrade, just like the gun was. Gun there. And let's move you over so our stuff's nice and organized. Now that I've filled out the items that I need, like these are all the healing items that we're going to find in the game. So what I did is I grabbed the hunter's coins and I put them here, because with the status curing items, that fills out this entire section. Now I don't know, I've got to go digging in here whenever I find new items. They'll all just go over here, and then I'll just move them all over here when I get to it. Weapons are still here. So yeah, these are items to use on the flow and in the factory. Same with these. These are weapons for Jaster, for Kisala, for Zegram, for Digo. And then now we've got a whole bunch of stuff to work on for Jupus, for Lilica, for Simon, and for Steve. And then I just dump everything else over here. Now, you'll notice that I'm missing a certain pink card. It is currently located, speaking of Mio, since she's right there, it is currently located in my stored items. So yeah, the fan club card, we don't need that. We can't get rid of it, but we don't need it. The booster oil, we don't need to hold on to it. Neither the power glove, we have no more use of this throughout the entire game. So you can just dump them into your storage there and then be done with it. Let's check on things with Mio here. Let's see, check completion. I haven't done anything yet, I know. All right, we're 88 on the frog log. We haven't really made much of a dent on it since we were here last time. Let's run around here. Since we are now in chapter 7, we have more quarries available to us. So let's buy those. The Steel Shipwright, the Wayward Phantasm, and the Voracious Wanderer. The only ones available for now, and that's the last thing we need to pick up while we're here on Zerard. So we've got all the items that we need. We purchased enough for most of what we're going to need for the factory. Let's take a look at my item list, because I have a list of items that I was low on last time around. Let's see how we're going on here. Carbon alloy and Revel alloy we've finished. Zeranium we finished. Myriad branches we finished. How are we doing on Dreamflower ash? We got enough of those. That's nice. Medusa's logs. We needed I needed 5 for the factory. There they are. 10 of them, so I got more than enough there. The bird feathers. I need 9 of them, so I probably shouldn't use any more of those in the flow until I find some more. Queen bee stinger, I needed 4. Where are they? There's 10 of those. So the only thing I'm going to be low on is the mushrooms. I've only got 10 of those. I needed 16, so I'm going to have to pick up some more of those. And Stella crystals. I need 12 of those. I used a whole bunch in the flow because we need a lot for the flow. I am going to need to get another 10 of these and hold on to them for doing all the factory stuff in the following chapter. So let's hopefully pick up a bunch of them along the way here. What do you say right now? Glad that everyone's working toward their goal. What do you say? We got to put heart into it. Does it now? Oh, yours. You would assume, well, I don't know how physics works in space, but if we were following close enough, we could, you know, basically drift, but, or is that the right term? That where you basically follow in their windbreak or whatever, and you reduce the amount of wind drag on you. I know like bikers do it in like bike races and stuff like that. So yeah, you don't like heat and dryness. I used to be like that when I was younger. I used to hate the heat. Now I usually prefer it. I have really low, like bad circulation, so my extremities get cold really easily. And it makes snowboarding difficult because there's nothing I can do to get my feet warm enough without like those little hand and foot warmers you get. I got to put them in my boots in order to be able to go. If it's, I give you a temperature, but I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. So typically if it's colder than -5 Celsius, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Let's use this. And we shall go to Vidan. I'll make one more purchase, and then I think we'll call it a day here, since I think we've got a pretty solid episode in here. We've accomplished quite a bit here and picked up a bunch of stuff. And then next time we will continue to do everything possible to avoid moving on with the plot. Let us go. Which shop do we need here? We need to go to the weapon shop here in town.
I'm really not the running type.
you've complained about everything we've done so far. How are you a party member? All right, where's the item I need here? The wasp sting. I need one of those. And that's pretty much all the shopping. We needed about 25 grand-ish. There's another 3 grand purchase, but we don't have access to that shop yet. And yeah, we made a whole bunch of other smaller purchases as well, which added up to a lot. I think I had 37,000 before we started, something like that. So yeah, we have 10,000 left. We're probably at the point where we don't have to worry as much about like shopping anymore. Let's take a quick look in my notes here. The next time I have to do shopping for chapter 8.
Hey, how long we gotta stand around here?
Quiet you. Let's see, is about 20 grand in weapons for chapter 8. And chapter 8 is massive. There's so much to do in chapter 8. It's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, we only need that. We're already halfway there. We're going to get that in the first half of chapter 7. So you don't need to be quite as frugal with money. And what I'll end up doing is I'll end up buying that item I talked about for Jupus, the extra armor that is available for him on Zerard, probably at the start of chapter 8 sometime. In one of the trips that I go back there, I will take a quick look and check some of these other shops. And if I don't find anything, then I guess that's pretty much it for today. Oh, do I got to talk about that? I got to talk about that. There are, it's either one of the rare items or it's one of the 7-star swords, but the different colored circles above some of these characters' heads indicates that you can get access to different information than just a normal blueprint. Anyway, I'll be going over all of that in chapter 8, and we'll grab all of them at the same time. It'll be one long, very edit-intensive episode. And yeah, with that said, that's pretty much all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.